Hey, how's it going there, guys? So this was an interesting concept I had a while ago. So it didn't turn out to be true, but my theory was that maybe in Amber Clad was a banshee or pelican shell, like a banshee shell that was being flown by an AI character, and if you could overload, you could possibly get it to load and crash, and then maybe get to it. You could ride a jetpack elite down to the bottom of the level and get to it, and flip it around, just kind of for fun to see if that was the case. So that turned out, spoiler alert, that turned out to not be the case, but I did get some interesting effects of being able to completely remove it from spawning at all. So here you can see this first clip is a normal spawn. I had built up a body pile, then backtracked to get a checkpoint so I can manipulate the number of objects before I hit the trigger. And that first one was totally normal. And coming up in a bit here, there's some examples of when you have more RAM taken up and the game can't do anything. I was able to get two different effects. The slip space rupture showing up, but no in Amber Clad, and then fully overloading to where nothing showed up at all. So that's the first one that you'll see. I think coming up in a minute here, I think that's what this first one is a full overload. It was kind of a cool idea, I guess so. Technically, I don't know too much about how the game code works, but I guess that in Amber Clad, rather than a vehicle being piloted by an AI, is more of a flying scripted building, I guess. Maybe that's maybe that's a way to look at it. If you jump into it, you actually can get killed by it. I've done that before. It would actually kind of be neat to see a clip of that. But it's real geometry, and it just seems to be kind of moving on its own rail or its own path. So this is the example of the full overload where the trigger gets hit, and you can tell nothing shows up. The game has 0 RAM to work with, and the slip space and Amber Clad are completely missing. You can do this with most objects in the game. You can force the game to run off of the script and not be able to produce stuff that it's designed that it's supposed to. So this was just one of the cool things to force to not be able to be there. And again, I wish it was a flying banshee from an AI character. That ended up not being the case. Alright, so there's the example of the slip space graphic showing up, but in Amber Clad not being loaded. And I tried a lot of different RAM amounts, and those were the only two effects that I got with it. So but I don't know, maybe there's more to it. So I just wanted to show you guys this. I thought it was kind of an interesting concept that didn't pan out to much, but thought it was kind of cool to experiment with. So thanks for watching it.